Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. The topic at hand for today is quadratic equation, solving quadratic equation. There are methods by which we can solve quadratic equation. You can either solve by factorization, completing the square method, then by formula method. Okay, so based on this video, we are going to be using factorization to solve quadratic equation. And an equation can be quadratic if the highest degree of x is 2. Degree here means the power of x. Looking at this equation, ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0. This is an equation because it has an equals sign in it. If we have it as ax squared plus bx plus c, that is quadratic expression and not an equation, but this is an equation. Now, looking at the degree of x, also known as powers of x. The highest power of x here is 2, which is degree 2. So that makes this equation quadratic. If the degree of x is more than 2, like 3, 4, 5, then that is no more quadratic but polynomial. So let's consider an example. Let's consider this example. X squared plus 7x plus 12 equals to 0. Looking at this question is quadratic because the highest degree of x is 2. So the first thing you need to do, since we are considering factorization, first thing you need to do is to take this against this. So by the time you multiply x squared by the constant, which is 12, that will give us 12x squared. 12x squared. The product of x squared plus 12x will give us 12x squared. So the next thing we need to consider is, what are the two factors of 12x squared that is going to give us the sum of this equation? The sum of this equation is plus 7x. That's the sum of this equation. The product of the equation is 12x squared. So we need to consider two factors of 12x squared. Two factors of 12x squared that will give us 7x. Here we go. These are the factors of 12x squared. If we look at 3x and 4x, it's one of the factors of 12x squared. Then 2x and 6x, another factor of 12x. So the sum of these two factors of 12x, which of them will give us plus 7x? If you look at the first one, which is 3x and 4x, if you sum it up, you get 7x. If you sum 2x plus 6x together, you cannot get 7x, you get 8x. So the right factor that will give us the sum of this equation, x, that will give us plus 7x. Each have been done here. 3x plus 4x. 7x has been replaced by 3x plus 4x. Now, this will be solved further. When you solve further, you get x into bracket x plus 3. Then the common factor between 4x and 12 is 4. So you then have 4 into bracket x plus 3. So now we have two common factors. This and this are common. You pick one of it. That's x plus 3. Then another x plus 4. X plus 4 equals to 0. So now this can be simplified further. You then have x plus 3 equals to 0 and x plus 4 equals to 0. Then we then have x equals minus 3 or x equals minus 4. So the solution to this quadratic equation is x is minus 3 and minus 4. Thank you for watching. Kindly subscribe to my channel for more revealing videos.